Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. I just want to take a quick moment and go over some articles that I found very interesting when it comes to the timing of everything. I know that we've been seeing a substantial amount of negative news when it comes to stock markets, the S&P 500, the Dow plunging. We're not seeing a lot of activity in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. We're not even seeing a very substantial amount of money going in and out of precious metals. So where is this money going? What's happening with it? My guess is it's really just sitting on the sideline until a lot of these major investors can find a means for a safer haven or even a safer investment vehicle to get themselves involved with. And could cryptocurrencies be that next safe haven or that next investment vehicle that they're looking to create wealth with? We've been seeing news articles such as this one right here coming from FinanceYahoo.com, where the Dow posts worst weekly performance in a decade. And of course, we're now seeing that the NASDAQ is entering a bear market. This was actually posted on the 21st of this month, so just a couple of days ago, and we've still been seeing some negative impacts with the stock market. This could be something that continues on for the rest of 2019 and 2020. That is something that has been estimated. So think about it this way. If money is going to be pulled out of the traditional stock market side of things, entering a bear market for all of 2019, that money has to go somewhere. Where else could it go though? Well, in this article here from Bitcoinist.com, we can see that the question is open that could President Trump be setting up the next big Bitcoin rally? Well, interesting enough, we can see that Donald Trump has come out many times in the public, especially on Twitter, to announce his disdain for what's happening with the Federal Reserve and what's happening with the stock markets. Here you can see just recently he posted, "The only problem our economy has is the Fed. They don't have the feel for the market. They don't understand necessary trade wars or strong dollars or even democratic shutdown over borders. The Fed is like a powerful golfer who can't score because he has no touch. He can't putt." Of course, it is very interesting and ironic that Donald Trump is posting this here, especially in regards to golfing, because this guy right here is notorious for golfing on a regular basis. However, these people have had an in on this information for quite some time, whether it's months or years on end. They know what's going to happen. They're planning this. They've been prepping for this right here. They knew that the stock market was going to crash this way. It was inevitable the way it was actually being propped up, especially because of the 2008 crash that took place, and we got a bailout for that. So again, these guys know what's happening. They could in turn be actually setting up cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin for a huge rally going into 2019 because of, again, investors looking for the right type of investment vehicle. Could Donald Trump be setting this up himself? A lot of you guys might not like him, but this right here could be one of those things where under the radar, we simply don't know if he's the one heading this and setting it up for that particular rally. And I will say this. If there's going to be a rally for Bitcoin in 2019 for these investors here, they're most certainly going to be looking at a coin such as XRP, especially with it being linked to a company as professional as Ripple. So keep that in mind, because any money that comes into the cryptocurrency ecosystem, especially for Bitcoin, will most certainly be trickling into XRP. And if XRP ever decouples itself from Bitcoin, that right there will push XRP in first place, and people won't have to worry about investing directly into Bitcoin to then invest into XRP. They can just simply invest into XRP and it's all said and done. Of course, again, this is just my take on this. I found it very interesting, the links between this and, of course, this article. And, of course, you can see here on dailyhodl.com that there's a similar topic here, whether or not Trump is setting up for a huge Bitcoin rally. And this right here is actually emphasized a little bit more on a gentleman named Ross Gerber. Now, Ross Gerber happens to be the CEO of Gerber Kawasaki Wealth and Investment Management. And, of course, he is under the belief that Trump is absolutely setting up for a Bitcoin rally in 2019. Again, this could happen. And of course, if he is right and there is a Bitcoin rally taking place in 2019, you have to keep in mind there are going to be investors looking at XRP to invest in just as well. A couple other things I want to end on here when it comes to XRP talk. So I know we've talked about XRP and OKX, and here on sludgefeed.com we can see that OKX now lets users earn daily interest by lending their crypto. Here we see that Hong Kong-based OKX has announced that the OK Piggy Bank functionality, which allows users to lend their crypto holdings to margin traders, is officially live. They actually posted this on Twitter themselves, stating that OK Piggy Bank is out of beta and now officially available to all users. Simply transfer your spare tokens into the piggy bank and you'll get your daily rewards. So with knowing that XRP is part of the OKX exchange, it is now something that is supported through this piggy bank option here. The article goes to state that the logic is simple. when you put your spare coins into OK Piggy Bank, we will lend the fund as margin loans to our margin traders. And then part of the margin interest collected from traders will be allocated as interest for your OK Piggy Bank. So you can see how this right here will work once you loan your money out or your XRP. And this right here is something used as margin trading. You will start getting your interest back into your OK Piggy Bank. If this is something that you have taken advantage of or looking into, most certainly leave it in the comment section. Let us know how this is working out. And of course, I will definitely look into this myself, because if I can earn some extra money on my XRP, I would love to do so, especially those that want to take my XRP and use it for margin trading and I'll get an interest back. That would be amazing for collecting additional XRP. Something else I wanted to end on here as well. Here we have another article from dailyhodl.com talking about the host of CNBC's Crypto Trader, Rand Nooner, talking about how with the stock market plunging, we could potentially see a boost in Bitcoin. So it's interesting that he too is coming out stating that with the impact, the negative impact that's happening with the stock markets, we could see cryptocurrencies boosted in 2019 because of these traders reallocating their money there. So very interesting. He's talking about this right alongside President Donald Trump. Something else here that's positive for XRP. We just recently heard that BTC EXA is actually pleased to announce that the XRP is listed as a base pair on their exchange. The trading pairs will be available at launch for XLM XRP and ADA XRP. So it looks like it's going to be a pairing of XRP to Stellar and a pairing of XRP to that of Cardano. So very interesting that we're seeing additional pairs on extra exchanges here. Here we have CoinDCX also having a new market for XRP. You can see that they recently posted, "We are glad to announce today that we're adding new XRP market." Again, this is from CoinDCX, and this is something they posted on Twitter. So we are most certainly seeing a lot of activity when it comes to these exchanges or these companies adding XRP as either a base pair or simply a way for people to get into their exchange or just simply buying into XRP. XRP is by far one of the more superior cryptocurrencies out there, so we could easily see a flood of money going right into that coin right alongside of Bitcoin. But I think XRP is going to really take the cake when it comes to the amount of money from investors looking at a coin or a cryptocurrency that could make them a substantial amount of money going into 2019 and 2020. Now, of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing about this right here is financial advice. I just find it very interesting that we're seeing a lot of activity and a lot of things taking place under the radar to help accelerate cryptocurrencies, more importantly, help accelerate XRP. I know this is